Hello everyone, welcome back to again one of my YouTube channels and on Facebook. To the front of you again, I have sitting here taking some impactful strategy which is very important, which is very peculiar point for everyone for rectifying or for English speaking part, because many of the times in many of the videos I keep on telling of that same method for rectifying of for English speaking, how you will make to very fluency of for speaking part, how you will make exactly dashing of for speaking part, how you will exactly enhance of for thinking process. The all point related I have discussed in my every video, and something more I am wanting to tell to you more any defense strategy from that exactly you can get some dashing benefit, and from that you can improve upon English speaking part. If you listen really heedfully, then really your speaking part that will be improved step by step, and if you will not care exactly about of that, then your speaking is not to improve exactly like of narrowly. So I am telling you my all dear friend, please you must watch of this video till and till where that video concept that will be given by me, you keep on watching. After watching of that, you will have to exactly ponder, you will have to envisage that means which kinds of the point about I have to speak, and which kinds of the point about I have to exactly brush the front of anyone about of that matter. Spontaneously it will start to come in your mind, and you will be able to speak of any kinds of the thing exactly from easily way. And if you will not listen of that strategy for rectifying of for English speaking, then really for some time you will feel to yourself that means I have depth of what thinking, I have depth of a speaking part, that all different kinds of the matter it will start to come in all of your mind. So I am telling you, please take care and listen very closely. After that you will have to care that, and if you care really while speaking, you will not matter. And if you will not care that, then sometime you will feel to yourself that, oh, I have some diffident, I have some suspension like that matter you will start to feel. So I just say to you, if like this so circumstance that is coming in all of your lives, then how will you exactly obliterate, how will you abolish this kinds of the complication from the life? About of that I am just going to have to use some more different point about of that, please you must get, and which is your negative thinking exactly you keep distance from the mind, you exactly overwhelmed from those kinds of the situation which is very disturbance, which is very perturbance point for you. About of that all of you have need to develop. If you will exactly develop that kinds of the meter, really I am telling to you all my dear friends, exactly from that kinds of the things you will get what get free in your life. And if you not care about of that, then really in whole life you will be thinking to yourself that, my god, I am trying for improving of my English speaking many times, even if I am unable to speak to any kinds of the thing, what is the reason? Like that meter you will start to seek in your mind. So I am telling you, you will not have to seek of those kinds of the point which is not very mandatory point for you, which is very minority point for you. About of that only you explore inside of the mind. If you will investigate inside of the mind that kinds of the point which is very useful, which is very beneficial point for all of us for getting, for absorbing, then really from that you can get some great benefit, you can get great advantage the back for talking, whether the back for getting of any kinds of the skills which is very essential and which is very important skills about of that you can get from easily way. So my all friends, please you take care that what am I going to tell to you. If you have any hesitation, if you are speaking of any kinds of the thing, and while speaking you are speaking like of intermittently, then how will you subjugate from that kinds of the situation? You will have to exactly overwhelm from that kinds of the situation which is exactly perturbing of our mind, which is disturbing of our mind, which is exactly keeping of our mind like of any net of that all kinds of the circumstance. You will have to keep distance. And how will you keep distance? When you start to speak of any kinds of the matter, in that time exactly you go in bottom of your thinking, where that thinking is in that place you reach. After reaching in that place you find out of that means which kinds of the point about I have to speak in this time. About of that only you will have to consider. If you will consider only that kinds of the meter, then in your minds it will come to being a very good ponding. And if you will not care about of that, then or speaking and or ponding, this all it will become like of crummy like of city. So I am telling to you, when you sit for doing of any activity, at that time you live exactly in carefree mind. Suppose that now I have to teach of any mobile. Suppose that in my hand there is a mobile, and about of that mobiles I have to teach, and just now I am going to teach some of the application. Now I have opened up that Google, and from that Google I have to search of any kinds of the thing. For suppose that you understand that I have to search where is red fort, then I shall have to go in that applications. Means I will have to go in Google, and I will have to write there what where is a red fort. If I will write one that Google box, means where is red fort, automatically after sometimes that answer that is exactly come on mobile screen, and exactly we are known that means red fort is in that is why the red fort is in more any other places, means anything the answer exactly that comes from our Google. Just like that, if you are searching of any kinds of the idea, then you search exactly from deeply way, automatically I am telling to you in your minds that answer it will become, whether that answer will be exactly 100% correct, whether that answer it will be exactly 80% or 50% correct, but anything that conclusions that will come from our mind if you will explore for exposing of any kinds of the matter then, and if you not care about that kinds of the matter, there is no anything that is to come in your mind. So I just say to you, please you exactly focus like a deeply way of your mind, the back for searching of that. That will be exactly assimilated in your mind of that kind of the point, which about you will want to seek out, well, which about you will want to explore. That will be exactly inserted in your mind, and you will be able to disclose that kinds of the point exactly instantly the front of anyone. And if you will not be able to hear that kinds of the meter, then really in whole life you will be exactly thinking that how to improve, how to speak well, how to make to very good English or fluency, like that meter automatically in all of your mind it will be coming, and thinking of these kinds of the meter you will be exactly bothered and you will not be able to overcome. So I just say to you, you have not need to think such kinds of the meter. And more any other points about I'm just going to tell. Suppose that now I have sitting here for reading, and while reading exactly I have to focus the minds on the subject, which subject about I will have to read, whether I have to focus only on that subject. We should focus. If I will focus one and one on that subject, sure that subject it will be absorbed by us, whether it will be exactly assimilated by us, whether that will become exactly all of us mind. If I will care about of that very mindfully that, and if I will not care about of that subject so mindfully wondering, then that is not to come from simply. You will have to exactly what you will have to ruminate of that points again and again from the mind and from the heart, then that things automatically it will be acquired. And if you not care about of that while reading, then no anything it is to come spontaneously in all of us so mind, whether in all of us so life. For getting, for finding of anything, while for exploring of anything, first of all you will have to go in the step of that exploring, then that will be exactly come to you. And if you not go in that bottom of that finding, till then no any point that is to appear the front of you, either that is not to come in all of you life. So I just say to you, which I have discussed, which I have told about that, you will have to care exactly coming in very careful minds, and after that you will have to get of that, and sure you will be exactly unable to get of anything. If you will not care of that kinds of the points exactly closely, then it is not to come and you are not to get of that from so causally. So my all dear friends, my all dear student, you please you must get of this which I have said to you in this video. And now I am going to discuss some more any other part of the points which is very necessary point, which is very essential point for all of us for getting in all of us life. Suppose that now again I have sitting here for reading of what more any books, and that book is my dictionary book, an English dictionary a book. And about of that English so dictionary book I will have to care very deeply. If I will care and if I will read of that acceptably sure that all kinds of the word that will be come to me, and if I will not read of that glossary exactly mindfully, really that is not to acquire in all of us lives. So for acquiring of any kinds of the thing, for acquirementing, which you say that what acquirement, whether attainment, whether achievement, whether enhancement, if these all kinds of the thing, if you are wanting to get in the life, you will have to do hard work. If you will moil the back of that, it will become to you, and if you not moil the back of that for getting, that is not to come from easily. Some of the students and some of the peoples maybe thinking to themselves that, oh my god, I am trying, I am attempting, I am endeavoring so much the back for talking, even if how speaking it is not having well. What is the reason or speaking is not having well, or speaking is not becoming better? What is the reason about that? Just I am going to tell you. If you are thinking like this, then it is your wrong thinking, because you are knowing already your right. One एजुकेशनल लाइन आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू। असफलता एक चुनौती है, उसे स्वीकार करो। क्या कमी रही मेरे दोस्तों, देखो और सुधार करो। बगैर मेहनत किए हुए जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वाले को कभी हार नहीं होती। इफ दिस मैटर अबाउट यू विल सर्च आउट ऑफ योर लेकनेस, when your lackness, if you will be able to find out of that, sure that will be completed well, that will be exactly accomplished one. If you're not be able to find out of what destitutions, whether about of what abatement, about of what defensive, if these all type of the point, if you are unable to explore, then you will not be able to overcome from that kinds of the complications. So I just say to all my dear friends, please you focus deeply the back of anything else, whatever you will want to achieve in your life. And if you not focus exactly the way of deeply, then problems easily way that is not to come in anyone's life. Whether it's why not it is me, whether not it is you, why not it is more any other people's in that place. In no any life it is to come a spontaneously of that accomplishment. Accomplishments it comes after doing the hard work, which you know very well about of that matter. So I say to you, as much as you have capacity, as much as you have patience, as much as you have energy, that all patience, energy, capacity, that all you keep on using the back for practicing. Practice will make you perfect. If you not practice nothing, you will get perfection in the life. Some of the more advanced point I am going to tell to you. There are different kinds of the things like a filler. Filler is what you understand, which is filling up any kinds of the thing on any a space on any empty place. Suppose that there is empty of any things, and in that place I have to fill. Then I will have to bring up any kinds of the thing for filling. Then I can fill up that. That's why I'm telling you. You have many points filler, but that filler, how will you utilize about of that, it is depending on you. If you will care about of that for filling, automatically that filler will be stood up the front of you, will be exactly come the front of you, and that filler will start to say to you, please you fill me suitably on that place. If you will be able to fill up that suitably on that place, then really that will be perfectness. And if you will not be able to fill up that kind of the thing on that place, then exactly that will be left like of somehow. So my old friend, you will not have to feel of any kinds of the lackness in your life like of that sound. If I have to take the next one point, I have to speak exactly of the next one meter, next one topic, then how that kinds of the topic one I have to discuss about of that. First of all, you will have to envisage, you will have to ruminate very mindfully. After ruminating that, you will have to disclose the front of anyone. Suppose that now I have sit in the front of the camera, and if I will think, oh, the front of me there is camera. If I will speak to any kinds of the thing, and by speaking means when I will speak of anything, while speaking, whether just to while explaining of many kinds of the meter, I will be model, I will be exactly puddle like that meter. If I will be thinking consistently, then really I will be exactly scared.